Let's go. Let's go.
Hey man, you're gonna make me fly down.
In the haze of smoke where stories unfold, the Leaf and Ash podcast, tales bravely told. A gathering of spirits, a club so grand, bonded by the leaf, a brotherhood stand. Oh, the cigar month with a nose full of fine, the cigar panda in the smoke they align. The cigar tone with a touch of class, PC silverback strength and contrast.
Whoa, welcome, guys. Welcome. Brought back the original, baby. Brought back the original.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about, guys. Welcome, guys. Welcome to our live and our last episode of the Sip and Smoke, the Leaf and Ash podcast, guys. As you know, I am your host, Panda, along with my three compadres, as always. Let's start with the bottom left. I don't even recognize the man, but he's wearing all his Eagle gear. What's going on, Cigar Don?
What's going on, everybody? Fly, Eagle, fly, baby.
Like, you know, starting already. He's starting already.
That's a pre-Chief Andy.
I'm telling you. And I almost didn't even recognize this gentleman in the top left, Smooth Pippin. I didn't know we had the Pippin Silverback today. What up,
That's
BC?
Man, what's going on with you? And Happy New Year's to everybody out there, man.
No doubt, no doubt. And on the bottom right, as always, man behind the curtain off one finger pecker sensation, yourself, JJ, aka Cigar. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, you beautiful people?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, it's the end of a year, right?
Yes, sir.
2024. We got less than 48 hours, and we're back. Now we're going to be into 2025. So much has happened in this year, but before we get to our recaps of the year, what we've done, where we've been, what we smoked, etc., what are we sipping on, what we're smoking on? What says you, JJ?
Oh, I am smoking the Liga Privada number 9.
Uh-oh.
The Corona, and I'm sipping on some Elijah Craig.
Okay. The Liga 9, the Liga, you know, as you guys know, that's my stick, right? That's my cigar. I love the Liga 9.
It's been marinating since Tampa.
Since July.
Since July.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Smooth Pippin up there in the top left?
Hey, of course, you know I had to go with my Grand Marnier with a little cider tonight, and got me a Partagas. A Partake.
Huh?
Yes, sir. It's the classic.
All right. And Mr. Fly, Eagle Fly, what you sipping on? What you smoking?
So I was going with a choice today. I was like, all right, I got memories from the show. What do I want to smoke? So I picked out two of my favorite memories of the show, and I grabbed two sticks. I went with, you guys know what I went with, West Tampa Red. But the backup stick is the Johnny Tobacco Knot. And I'm sure we'll see a little bit of that here coming up in the show. So, and then I'm drinking some JT Mellick whiskey.
What's up, Chris? Yes, sir. Liga 9, baby. The Godfather. Listen, before I tell you what I'm sipping and smoking, hey, Chris, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Hey,
all
man.
I'm saying, I got this and the red I absolutely love. I'll be sporting them, banging them. Guys, we will be talking to you about the Godfather and the shop, the cigar, the Godfather.com, where you can get all the merch and all that other stuff and accessories. We'll get to that during our recap because he's part of our recap. The Panda, just like you, Donnie Boy, I wanted to go back to where, like, what was something that I saw, and it was kind of just before we all got together, right? As you guys know, I was somewhere else, you know what I mean? And I was very fortunate to be able to get this stick. And it's before pretty much even came out of PCA. Anybody take a guess?
The Encore?
No.
Pearl Black?
I cracked open the box.
Oh, look at you.
I cracked open the box, guys, because you know what? I'm like, you know what? This stick, you know what, was probably I mean, listen, it's a legend cigar, right? Ipicorillo, right? But to me, I think what impressed the hell out of me was the San Andres and Connecticut broadleaf combo on this stick that was what? Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I'm a nominal.
So I am what you call it. My sip of the day is going to be my Willits. So guys, salute as we get to this.
Salute.
So, and my backup, ironically enough, Donnie Boy, is
The West Tampa Red.
Hey.
so guys, we've been in this short journey because we've only been as a group per se. I mean, we've known each other for a hot minute, right? We
Right.
started this journey, right, with the podcast and stuff like that. What, 6 months ago?
Yep.
And in 6 months, I don't know about you, but I think we've accomplished a lot.
I think so.
You know, I think we've been very fortunate in this journey. We've been able to interview quite a few people in the industry, very well-known people. We got to meet new people, and that's what the journey has been all about, right? It's the whole thing is just about, like PC says, is about the experience.
Mary.
So, you know, as we go along, you know, I kind of want, I'm going to have JJ kind of take over the reins here and kind of walk us through what clips, because we're going to see some clips from the journey. Is that correct, JJ?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So you let us know, what do you think about the first, what is the first one? And so we can chat before we start to see the video.
Well, I wanted to start the first one off with something that was pretty funny. More definitely one of my most, I'd say, my favorite episodes, but you know, because the guy holds absolutely nothing back, which, you know, we like that. And it's gonna showcase Eric telling me what a certain cigar will do to me.
Let's see what Eric said to you.
So it is what it is.
So like
You know?
your blue label Maduro and your Oscuro, I love them cigars out of the 601 line, but the La Bamba, I've had a La Bamba in my humidor. And
He's
the
scared.
lore around it, I've been scared to smoke it.
He's scared.
You should,
He's scared.
you should be. That shit would knock your dick off.
And you know, I've heard of having hiccups, you know, everything else from it, and I've been terrified to smoke it.
I don't smoke it.
You don't understand, Eric. Don decided to smoke that late at night. I told him, I said, dude, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. He had the hiccups. The man couldn't sleep all night. I said, I don't know what the heck you think. It was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. He decided to light that bad boy up. I go, man, you're a brave soul. Dude, that's Eric Espinosa for you in a nutshell. It will knock your dick off if you smoke that bomb. You know, and that's so Eric. You know what I mean? Eric is very straightforward. He is that guy that, you know, he is as real as they come. You know what I mean? I absolutely, you know, I'm very fortunate I get to see Eric. You know, him and I become friends in the industry, and you know, he's just that guy that, you know, you're always gonna get a straight answer whether you like it or not, right?
Mhm.
What did you guys like about that episode?
So what stuck out?
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead, Don. Go ahead, you started. Open them. Go ahead.
What stuck out to me on that episode was he didn't have to be here that night. Hurricane Helene was coming in. He was having internet problems,
Yep.
you know. And you know, I know you and him know each other and your friends and everything. But he could have blown us off and said, "Hey guys, it ain't working tonight." Man, he must have logged off and logged on 10 times that night, and he made it a point to keep coming back to our show, and that meant something to me. You know, as far as you know, kind of putting us out there, you know, and doing something for us. So that's what I got out of that show.
And let me tell you, they got some good things coming. I was giving some insight on some things. You know, obviously I can't disclose it, but I'm telling you, they got some. I spoke to Eric Jr. during the event. I want to get him on. He agreed to come on with us.
Nice.
You know, Junior, because Junior, he in his own right, he's finally coming within himself. You know what I mean? He's becoming his own man within the industry. He's not just riding his daddy's coattail. You know what I mean? He's actually putting in the work, coming up with phenomenal ideas. You know, one of those ideas was the actual Warhead 10, the cigar box itself that was shaped as a warhead.
Probably the
And
coolest
those
box
lighters,
out there. One of the coolest
Yeah.
boxes out there.
you know, and the lighters. You got any of you got the lighters? Lighter with
Ah.
Absolutely.
you? There you go. Yeah. So guys, I gifted these guys those lighters for Christmas, and they got some new colors coming out. So be on
Yes,
the lookout
please.
for that. Yes, please.
Twice.
Yeah.
Threats.
Eric, I mean, like I said, another thing I want to do, I would love, maybe, I don't know if we can make it, but if we can make it happen, when you guys come down, maybe I could reach out to Eric and see, maybe we can meet up with him at his warehouse that Friday. You know what I mean?
That'd be sweet.
I would love that, brother.
Listen, I ain't making no promises, not making no promises, but, I can throw it out there, throw it on the wall and see what sticks,
Yep.
I'd be so happy. I'd probably throw up.
So yeah, Eric was he was special, and I was very appreciative and grateful. Just like you said, Don, you know what? His internet went down more than 10 times.
Oh,
And he still came back and still showed his own support and love, and we greatly appreciate that, Eric. I love you, my brother. And I appreciate everything you've done for us, man. So
we all appreciate you, Eric.
So what's the next one there, buddy?
well, Black Seth says, what PC looking all pimping in that hat?
Oh yeah, but I'm telling you, I didn't even recognize him, Black. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you.
Well, this one's pretty.
Where's that?
You just got to wait to see. You'll like it.
And I'll tell you, all of us guys in the cigar lounge that you may be intimidated by, we're just as full of ish as everybody else in that place.
Some more than others, right?
Yes.
There's always that one upper in the lounge. You smoke a Davidoff, I smoke two. You know what I mean? I had the limited special edition. They only had 3, and I got one of them, right? I forgot about all that. I like my hat there, buddy.
I love that hat. You should wear it every time.
Oh, but you know what? Maybe that'll be the new year. Instead of wearing my panda hat, I'll be wearing that. Be all patriotic.
I almost didn't recognize you for real though.
Oh
It's
my
like-
Lord. But it's so true though, right? We've spoken about that, right? There's always that one upper. I can never understand that. I'm not in competition. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm glad you smoked the Davidoff Nicaraguan. While I'm smoking,
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
while I'm smoking 1876s, you know what I mean? You can smoke the Davidoffs, But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you're right. Not all of us can smoke a box of feral pigs a day,
Yeah.
So it's all good.
And see, there you go, one up in each other.
Like I'm playing Mario in here.
There you go.
But listen, and it's so funny because we had an incident that happened in the lounge not too long ago, and it kind of happened like that too, right? That you hear somebody telling the story, and there's always that one person that not only do they have to intervene in interject in the conversation, but they have to one up you. They have. And it's a joke, right? It's a joke within the group that kind of already knows. So sometimes it's baiting, you know what I mean? It's baiting just to see what's gonna come out this man's mouth, because that's all it is. It's just to bait him to see what freaking nonsense this man's gonna come up with. I mean, you guys had any of those experiences in your lounge?
Oh,
Yeah, it's there's always that guy that. And it doesn't even have to be at the lounge. There's always that guy that if you tell a story, he did it and did it one better, And I'm a great that's really cool, And you think to yourself, yeah, that didn't happen.
Hologram, what's up, Baba? What's everyone? How long are you guys on?
he's got plenty of time.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah, we just getting warmed up, and honestly, today there's really no time. When we finish, we finish. We normally try to keep it within an hour, but you know what?
I can't see this one staying there, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll but we'll be on, man. You come back on, man. Absolutely. But yeah, it's just listen, man. I just love the and there's a couple of episodes. I sent JJ this one video. I can't wait till we get to that one because that to me was something special that one time. But we'll get to that when we get to it, man. What's next there, buddy?
Oh, Terrence Riley.
Oh yeah.
Terrence Riley.
If you had 5 people to smoke with, dead or alive, whether they're smokers, family members, celebrities, whoever, who would you want to smoke with?
Oh, it's a great one. So, Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher, Abraham Lincoln, I'd want him there. Churchill, I think you have to have Churchill there. He's a kind of a common one that they throw in. My grandfather, I'd love to have a cigar with my grandfather. And probably Ernest Hemingway.
Terrence Riley.
That's 4 of the 5 names that you never hear anybody else say.
No.
That means that he goes deep when it comes
Right.
to who he wants to spend his time with.
Talk about a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
He is I hate to use my word, man, but he is a phenomenal guest.
Yes.
Because he is that guy that you ask him a question and he beyond elaborates on the answer, right?
Mhm.
And we've been very fortunate that we've had some guests that you ask them a question and they'll give you 20 answers within that one question, right? And
Right.
and things that you don't even expect. I absolutely love that about Terrence. I mean, outside of loving Aganosa, you know what I mean? It was always with the flex, right? The flex. And what did you guys? What did you like about that, PC? What did you like about the interview with Terrence?
I'm gonna tell you what I got out of that. Outside of all the people that he wanted to smoke cigars with, the guy's an avid reader, and I did not. With his schedule, how do you find? So I guess on the plane and in the hotels or whatever, but in conducting business, he reads so many different books. He was just naming book after book after book. I'm like, dude, how can you keep up and run a business at the same time? But I guess that expands his mind. And, that gives him, an insight on innovation on where he wanted to, take the company or either produce cigars to, retailers or whatnot. So that was the thing I got out of it, that he was really a deep person when it came to keeping
Very
himself
personal,
on.
right? Very
Very personal. Sharp. Yeah.
He's definitely that guy that people you could tell that gravitate to him. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
How about you, Don? What did you get out of that interview?
For me, 2 things. One, that he was super thoughtful. That he was one of the first guests that we had that would that, like you just said, took a question and answered 20 other questions with that question, and it's just super thoughtful on what he was, and just to me how brand oriented he is. Like,
Mhm.
and just he's marketing to the younger people with social media. I'm sure you guys know he's got the Aganorsa Acolytes on Facebook, and that's an active group. I'm a member. Most of us are members of it, and just the passion that he puts into that product, And am I mistaken? Did he share with us that his family was somehow involved in cigars, and then he left that venture to go with Aganorsa, right?
Yes.
Right.
So that tells you what he that he really cares about the brand and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, you could tell that it's all him, right? Because right now, for us anyway, I can't speak for other people out there, but when we think of Aganosa, we think of Terrence Riley.
Mhm.
And that says a lot. To me, it says a lot about the individual, how much dedication the man has put into that company, and it shows that the company appreciates everything he does. How about you, JJ? What did you get out of that?
Well, even before the podcast, me asking him to be on the podcast, I mean, he was always just right there with, sure, yes, sir. And any questions I had or anything going forward, he was just, he's a very busy man, but he always found time to get with me at, in a pretty decent amount of time. And just during the podcast, like I said, his overall wisdom, his passion for cigars, and, top tier quality tobacco, because that's what Aganorsa leaf is. I mean, it is above your average tobacco leaf, and he takes a great pride in that. And I really, really like hearing that.
And as you guys know, those who follow Terrence Riley, what I really, truly respect that he always, always has time to show how proud of a dad he is. And constantly showing his son in the soccer field. And you know what? I take my hat off to that man, because that we're all family men here. You know what I mean? And our kids being our world. And to see that despite how busy he is, he makes it a point to show, I do this, and that, but here's my family. You know what I mean? This is why I'm doing all of this.
Yeah.
And you got to respect the man, that's putting in that work for his family.
Absolutely.
And going back to even Eric, right? Because Eric shared that, right, with his son, and it shows, right? Because he's trying to build the legacy as well. You know what I mean?
Well,
And,
one thing with Terrence that I got to was the way he paid homage. With talking about the cigar, the Arsenio, the homage to the original blender, and paying homage to the old school, that kind of thing. Like we didn't all get here yesterday. This cigar thing's been going for a while. So giving a shout out, to those that came before us, that kind of thing.
Well, Arsenio, right? Arsenio was the guy, the master blender, right? That they got from Cuba. He was kind of late in his years, and they kind of scooped him up, and he kind of gave him his wisdom and stuff like that. And the Arsenio is actually his own blend that he blended for himself.
Right.
And to do, like you said, to share homage in regards to Arsenio when he passed, they made the Arsenio cigar of his blend. And if you guys have not tried that cigar, I'm telling you, that cigar is worth every penny. That cigar is worth every penny of it, and it's not really that expensive. You know what I mean? It's up there in the teens. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that it's not expensive, but it is up there. I believe it's like between maybe $16. Okay,
Worth it.
It is worth every penny, and that one's a Toro size. You know what I mean? So it's a great smoke. I mean, I absolutely love Aganosa. I smoked one the other day, the Aniversario, which is probably one of my favorites. The one with the the silver and black.
Right.
That stick is so damn good. But the thing you could tell is good because you could never find that one. It's always an empty box. I've got no lie. I went to 3 lounges, and even my own lounge, they have like the Connecticut's and stuff like that, and they're good. Those Connecticut's are good as well, but it's just something about that Maduro, man, that I just absolutely love.
And I love the Supreme Leaf. That's my favorite.
What's the other one? Rare Leaf, right?
Rare Leaf. They got the Rare Leaf and the Supreme Leaf. I like the Supreme Leaf and that torpedo size is one of my go-tos. Listen,
every stick out of Aganosa is freaking great, man. It's a good the rare, even the Maduro, the Acuro, Corojo rather, you know what I mean?
All the way down to their new Cuba line, the Yard Guard line.
The Yard Guard.
It's a quality Yard Guard.
No, you know the name of it?
New Cuba.
There you go.
And we also have to bring up that we did have a conversation about the one stick that everybody has a problem with, which is a good stick. It's just the size of the stick, which is the Lunatic. We did have a great conversation about that, and I saw a couple in the shop just the other day, and the price that they had on what is it, the 100 by 80 or something like that.
It's a ridiculous. And as you guys know, Jeff Groover is a rep for them, and I was the one that got Lunatic into my lounge. But I didn't, it was a Robusto, but the Robusto was like a 70 by 7. It was something ridiculous. I'm like, but there's guys that it's fun, and I've shared it with you. I have a friend of ours that we call him Big Tex, and all he smoked was 70, 80 gauges because it looks like a Robusto in this man's hands. You know what I mean? He's like, what do I look like smoking? What you call it? A Robusto or a freaking oh my god, I'm having a brain fart, guys. What the hell? I'm having a brain fart. The skinny long sticks.
Lancero.
Oh, the
Lanceros. Hold on. You know what it is? I need another sip. Sorry about that.
Hey, but I stand corrected. The 10 by 100. I'm sorry.
The 10 by 100.
Yeah, that's a big golly.
Well, it was funny when we asked him about that. He pretty much, he was honest. He said, "Yeah, I don't smoke that big of a cigar," But you know who does? Everybody at the lounge, because they sell like hotcakes.
Right. Right.
And so,
You
you
know-
know, when he's talking about, you know, building a business and saying, you know, it's not about what he wants, it's about what we want, you know?
Right. Right.
You know, we got
right. He's definitely being attentive to the consumer. I'm sorry, Jay, you go ahead, brother.
no, you're good. We have a pretty good group of friends that all they predominantly smoke is Gordo or bigger.
Right.
Right.
And you're like, how can you do that? You know, especially multiple a day.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think something that big. That's what, 2.5, 3 hour smoke, if not more at times.
Yeah, I couldn't smoke. I tell you, right. You know the problem with those big long sticks, honestly, man, it'll burn my palate out. Because what do you smoke after? And I'm serious. What do you smoke after? Right? Because you smoke tobacco for 3.5 hours, and it's just like, to me, like I said, for me, just my opinion, and like you said, we know a couple of guys that absolutely love those big gauge cigars, but like to me, you know, I enjoy probably you know a Toro. Toro size to me is a perfect size. You know what I mean? It's right in between the Churchill and the Robusto. It's a perfect size, man. You know, my biggest ring gauge, I love the 60. You know, that's as big as that goes, the 60 ring. You know, but you know, and there's only certain sticks that I enjoy that. But I'm like JJ lately, man. The 54s, you know, the 48s.
Yeah.
You know, they for whatever reason, you know, I've been gravitating to those a lot more. You know, but I still like I said, I still love the 660s.
Absolutely.
The Gordos, you know. But yeah, but to me, it's like, what do you smoke after you just finished smoking 3.5, 4 hours on a cigar?
I smoked a 990 one day. I told you guys I was out here watching in the yard watching college football. I had the TV on out here, and it took me 5.5 hours to smoke that.
That's crazy, man. It's just like I know myself. Within at an hour and a half, I'm done with it. Like I just it to me it doesn't become enjoyable anymore.
I got to be honest with you. I used to smoke the Lunatics, the 880s, and
A PC, quick question: why wouldn't you be honest with us?
Yeah.
I've been waiting. I was hoping to get down with that bad boy, but
For those of you who don't know, that's my line. And a lot of the stuff he says, it's you know, to be honest with you guys, or I'm not gonna lie, and I always hit him with, why would you lie to us?
oh my god, every time.
I walk right into that one. Okay, guards up. But anyway, I would sit out. I would wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning and finish that stick at 8 in the morning. By the time the sun came up, and wouldn't smoke anything the rest of the day. Why would you want to smoke anything else after smoking for 4 hours? You know, that's the equivalent of going to the lounge smoking 2 or 3 cigars, and and that's with coffee, and that's without drinks.
Yeah, but you know, to me, if I was gonna smoke something that I know I will probably it'd be the last smoke of the day.
Yeah.
Right? That will probably be more ideal. That you know what, you smoke it 2 hours. If you're shooting the crap with your boys on Discord or on StreamYard or on live, whatever, and you know, that's gonna be the last smoke of the day. I could not see me smoking that big of a ring gauge early in the morning. I just couldn't do it because I know it will ruin my palate. I know it will absolutely ruin my palate. And you guys know, unfortunately, I'm just one of those guys that, you know, lately I've been smoking 4, 5, 6 sticks a day now. You know what I mean? Especially that I'm on vacation. You know? Yeah. And I told you guys after our first guest of the year with you guys, I promise you will not be disappointed. You know, stay tuned. Next week we'll be posting and stuff like that. Once we get confirmation, make sure everything is solid. We're going to start the new year with the banger, baby. Let's go. The Leaf and Ash podcast. We're moving on up.
To the east side.
Listen, slow is fast, baby. Slow is fast.
I was going to help with that song, but I don't know them lyrics.
Yeah. Well, I used to know the lyrics, but
He don't know the lyrics.
It just hit me. You never heard that?
Well, I think I've heard it on some, you know, some like 80s movies and stuff.
Nick at Night.
Yeah, Nick at Night.
The Jeffersons, bro. It's the Jeffersons. Come on now. For those of you that don't know, he's the baby of the group. a millennium. We're all Gen X's here, the other three. You know what I mean? But I got to give it to JJ. He might be a millennium, but he thinks a lot like us.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
So we all decided to keep him around for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I have an old soul.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So let me go before we go on to our next clip. How's everyone's stick going? Because I got an opinion about mine.
Really nice. Nice.
You know, this
Perfect.
thing's had a 5-month cedar nap. Hey,
I just love that. I just love that cigar. My God, I just love the league. And I'm so biased, man. You know, I wish Rob was in here, man. Rob Raw Monkey, man. Talking about it, God, and he don't know. That man don't know how to smoke cigars, man.
for one, it's stacking dimes, and it's an absolute just it's a oily, smoky cigar. Hey, it's everything that I enjoy in a cigar.
Yep.
Pepper, little earth. Just
Hey, what you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to get an undercrown label and put it on the Liga and give it to Rob and let him smoke it. He gonna be like, "Hey, this is good stick."
Just to bust my chops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only difference in them sticks, just a wrapper anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Between the Liga 9 and a Undercrown.
Undercrown. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and you also got to remember that the rapper, you know, a lot of people don't understand this. The rapper, I'll send you some gray for the beard, JJ. There you go.
Man,
Yeah. So, you know, the rapper only holds maybe 8% of the flavor of a whole cigar, right? And that's probably pushing it. And you guys got to understand, but it can truly change, right? Because look at the San Andres. You know, that Mexican, it's just, to me, it just changes the pro. Yeah, is it going to change the complexity of the actual binder filler? You know, right? No. But is he going to add to it? Absolutely, yes.
It's just like that the Mexican San Andreas on that Attic series that you gave that we did the Mr. Smoke. That was a banger, man. That was a
Yeah, that was phenomenal, baby.
So, how about your own stick, the West Tampa there, Donnie boy?
well, as I've shared multiple times, I feel like I'm on their payroll, but I'm not, just so you know. But the West Tampa, this thing, the flavor on this cigar is, I tend to smoke cigars fast anyway. You guys give me crap about that, but when I smoke this cigar, I just love the flavor so much. I don't want to put it down. Like it's burning, perfectly. It's
He's the chimney of the group.
well,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I could tell that it's still a good stick. Okay. I definitely need to take them out of the box because it was still sealed. You know, I ripped off the seal, and I'm gonna have to put them in my humidor.
dry.
Not dry, but you could definitely tell that the notes have changed.
Yeah.
You know, the notes have changed. Mind you, I have not smoked an Encore Black in well over 6 months.
Wow.
Well over 6 months. Okay. And so I'm glad I did because, mind you, I got 3 boxes.
yeah. Damn.
Listen, wait. But they're a limited run. You don't understand. They only made 5,000 boxes, man. Yeah, whatever, done. They only made 5,000 boxes. So I wanted to open this up because you know what? To me, I was like, you know what? This is a cigar that it kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things that I wanted to start experimenting with. Because, like I said, the San Andres and Connecticut broadleaf, they should not be working this well together. They should not be working well. But Ipi Carrillo has found a way to make it work. It's still a great stick. It's just I could tell the difference. So yeah.
That's okay. I'll take one of those boxes off your hand when I get down there.
Hey, but what Terrence Riley said best: smoke your cigars.
I know, and you know what? I got to stop being a hoarder. So I promised myself 2025. Guys, you got to understand, I got a lot of limited stuff, right? That's been gifted to me that I've ran across. So it's hard because I know that listen, perfect example, that Balachi Boulevard. If I would have known that they discontinued that cigar, I would have never smoked it.
Well,
Never.
forget what it looks like, I'll show you.
What's my favorite saying, guys? Friends like that, who needs what?
Animals.
Animals. I just, oh my God, man.
Well, you talk about hoarding. You know, they only made 5,000 boxes, and Panda had to buy 1,347 of them.
Hey, Black, man. Listen, Black, right, sharing this game. Hey, also, Black, I sent you. Oh, you know what? Chris, the Godfather, and Black South, I send you your shirts. I sent them. I meant to tell you that. I sent them out yesterday. I'll be getting with you and giving you guys the tracking order. And Chris, I can't say enough, man. And we're going to be talking about you and your company because you know what? You're one of those people that I can't thank you enough for your friendship. And because before we even honestly got to see each other, talk to each other face to face, your hospitality speaks volumes of who you are as a person. But I don't want to get, because I kind of want to keep a segment, honestly, just for you, because you know what? I think you kind of got into all of our hearts, you know what I mean, as a whole. And you know what, bro? Your family, brother. Your family. You stuck like Chuck with us. Just saying, dog. Just saying. Right? Because I told these guys, yeah, we're no longer friends. We're family. And you're part of the family now, brother. So you stuck.
Yes, sir.
But all right, JJ, what's the next clip, baby?
Well, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of David Garofalo. And I love his speech he gave us about and why you should support your brick and mortar. And I mean, this was a master class we got from this man.
Yeah, with the cigars.
Yeah,
Yeah, the cigars.
Why would you not have a budget cigar for the guy that either chooses to smoke budget cigars or can only smoke budget cigars? You're sending them not to your competitor up the street. You send them online. I don't want you to go online to even me. I want you to support your brick and mortar retailer. We need them. Every cigar brand in the world that ever made it started in the cigar store. The online retailer never built a cigar brand in their life. They only want it after it's built. And most of them are owned by the companies, manufacturers themselves, giant manufacturers. Support the brick and mortar, family-owned or operated retailers and family-owned and operated cigar companies. That's what I believe in.
Dude,
Listen,
brilliant.
he is
beautiful mind.
passionate.
Dude.
He is very, very passionate about that statement. Okay. So if you guys have not watched that episode with David Garofalo, I highly recommend that you go back and watch it because you know what? There's a lot of validity in what he says, right? You know, support your mom and pop stores. Because, you know, he kind of gave us a lot of insights after the thing that we obviously we won't disclose and stuff like that. But, you know, what he said made so much sense, right? Even with in comparing the Legend cigars to the craft cigars or boutique cigars, right? What is it? The triangle?
Right.
Right? And what the triangle is, guys, right? Picture the triangle, right? The triangle is like this. And on the tip of the the tip of the triangle, the tip, it's just that small portion that you're going to have those guys that actually buy those celebratory cigars, right? Your Padrones, your Fuentes, you know, your I don't know, what would be another one? Freaking Davidoffs. So he's like, right? I mean, so not everyone could afford a $20+ cigar.
Right.
Right? So think of it. So that's just the tip of it. So you have all the bottom of that triangle for your average Joe, right? That could only afford maybe an $8 stick, right? So, and that's where these craft cigars come in, right? That's where these boutique cigars come in. So, you know, I could sell you 2-3 cigars at $8 as opposed to selling you one cigar at 23+.
Absolutely.
Dude, it's such a smart thing, man. It's such a smart business.
$8 right now. That's where it starts getting competitive because that's where some of your better cigars, your upcoming cigars, are setting. It's $8 and $10, and you know, if I'd rather smoke that cigar he's smoking right there than spend $23 and not like the cigar when I know I'm gonna love that thing. I'll buy me a handful for that $23.
And that's it. That's his thought process, right? Because that West Tampa is $9.
Mhm.
It's $8 and change, so you figure $9. Let's round it up.
Mhm.
And what you get for the price point, because you guys know, I used to always brag about the Nica Rusticas, right? The Adobe.
Mhm.
I thought for the price point, you couldn't find a better cigar for the price point until West Tampa came about.
Yes, sir.
I am telling you right now, every person from mild to medium to full body will love that stick for $9.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know, David. And what baffled me was the things that he shared with us in regards to him giving people free advice and people not taking.
His competitors,
Right.
giving his competitors that advice because he knows the importance of that brick and mortar being there. It's to me. First of all, to me, if you shut your eyes and you don't look at him, you think you're talking to Peter Griffin. And, yeah. And so, but I love that accent. It's one of the best accents out there. But also,
Yes.
you know, for me, I was a every week buyer, and I'm not going to say who, online on the discount stores.
Right.
And you know, my wife works for the Chamber of Commerce here in our area. She's the vice president, and they're all about local business. And when I told him that, he looked at me straight in my face and didn't care who I was. He said, "You're a hypocrite, then." And I said, hey, you know, first I take it back. What? You know, and I started thinking about it. Man, since that interview, which was in July or August?
No, a little later than that, right?
But no, it was before. It was before his. It was before his event. So
It was right
Well,
after
it was
Thanksgiving.
definitely after July because we were in Tampa.
that's
in
right.
July.
That's right. It was after July. So sometime between July and August, you know, July and September, in August and
Yeah.
then somewhere, I've made one purchase at the online store, and that was just because it was a cigar that you can't get anywhere else. So
And
and
that's the
because
thing.
it set in my heart, like, man, you're right, man. I need to be supporting these local guys, even if you pay a couple bucks more. You know, these guys are spending their money in your community. You know,
Right. Right. And that's the thing. He made a huge impression on all of us when it came to that. And because he made so much sense when, you know, the way he broke it down for us. And I'm like you, ever since that conversation, I started looking at the money that I was spending. I could spend at my brick and mortar. And guess what? Since I'm all over the place, I can pick and choose where I'm spending that throughout the city. And I know what my budget is. You know, I may spend a little bit more and get quite a few more sticks online, but if I spread it out throughout the city wherever I'm at, everybody's still getting a little bit of piece of that same amount of money that I would spend online. So
Yeah.
just a huge
Listen.
impression. I love the guy, to be honest with
Listen, there's no secret. I support my damn brick and mortar.
you.
You know, I feel like I'm paying their mortgage, their rent, their car notes, their child support. Their
Insurance.
and I'm not going to steal JJ's thunder, but I know what one of my favorite moments of that show and afterwards was. So I'll let JJ go for it because he's the master behind it.
Go ahead, brother. Well,
I don't guess I get it.
No, the song you made. The
Oh.
song.
the what?
The
The
song.
song.
Oh, dude, that's freaking hilarious. Listen, you can't ask for better than live shit like this, baby.
I had no idea.
Yeah, the
That
song.
made-
Listen, I'm there with you, JJ, because I was like, what is he talking about? I was trying to think hard.
2
Go
days
ahead,
later,
share the thunder, baby. Now that you know what it is, and I know what it is.
2 days later after our podcast with David Garofalo, you know, I used AI to make him a song. Whether he liked it or not, I don't know. We got a chuckle out of him. But
Right.
the Yahoos play it on their podcast on Saturday morning. And
We were all tuned in too. Like we were like, this is the greatest thing ever.
He gave us a shout out.
yes,
Yeah, he did.
Gave us a shout out. Listen, guys, if you don't know who David Garofalo is, Cigar Authority, they are the longest running cigar podcast, okay, in the game. They're
Right.
talking about 15 years in
Yeah.
the game.
Before
And-
podcasts were even a thing.
Right, and this is the reality. This man is a plethora of knowledge and wisdom of the cigar industry. I'm telling you, this man knows people that we could only wish we could meet. You know, Nick Perdomo made him a cigar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, called the Garofalo, you know, and it's just, and I'll tell you, you know, I can't say enough about that guy. You know what? I think that, you know, he's that guy that he even told us, if you guys have, you know, want to run something through me, you know, if you guys want to talk, you know, get my advice, my opinion on something.
Mhm.
And you know what? Who are we, right? We're four guys that we met on social media that he didn't even have to take the time. And he took the time, and not only that, he also took it a step further, man. And we are greatly and will forever be in debt to him. And we plan to get together to the festival in New Hampshire. You know what I mean? So, as you guys know, the pandas from New York. Yeah, you know the pandas from New York. So I gotta bust all these bastard people where they go park the cats. You know,
But I'm
it's all good.
gonna
My buddy-
tell you,
Good.
we ran across a lot of people with a tremendous work ethic, man. But this guy worked ethic. He was working 6-7 days a week, and no, he was what was it, 7 days a week, and then he broke it down to 6 days a week, and he's always working. And to hear him explain that shows that he has a passion and love for this industry, man, like no other. And he thinks about it in ways that, you know, outside of what we think about. And it just kind of opened up your mind a little bit more. Look at this industry a little bit differently and treat it with huge respect. And that's what I got out of, you know, talking to him about his work ethic, man.
And the two things that he went, you know, one was he talked about J.C. Newman, the original, passing away at his desk, and he actually said, that's my dream. You know, I hope I come to work one day, and when it's my time, I hope I'm at my desk working cigars. And the other thing is how much of his own money, and he has an online store, and he also has brick and mortars, the Two Guys Cigars, and how much how much money of his own money he put into forming associations of cigar retailers and stuff to battle against all the taxes and all that kind of stuff. That his own time and resources that he put into that, just and you know, we all benefit, whether you know it or not. Us four and everybody watching benefits from that.
Yeah.
From that fight.
You know, I believe this new year will be 40 years since brick and mortars have been open.
Wow.
Successfully, you know, and not a lot of people say that, you know what I mean? And which also, once again, you know, he tries to give his advice to his competitors, and for whatever reason, they don't take his advice, and what happens? They end up shutting down, and guess what? All their customers become his customers.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Well, he just said it in that clip. He didn't even want you to buy online from him.
Right.
He offers online services for people who can't get cigars, but he said, "Don't buy it online from me. Go to your brick and mortar."
Right.
Yep. But he also earned a nickname from us at the same time, and that nickname was Godfather. You know, because and if you look at it, he's somewhat of a godfather over how this industry flows because of the things that he's done and how he's tried to help everyone. And the guy is open to helping any and everybody. So, you know, what other person would what would you call him if he's trying to help everybody? You know, he's overseeing all of that.
And since that podcast, I have messaged him over many different things, you know, within, you know, how can I get this guest? You know, how's this guest? You know, how easy is this guest to have on a podcast? You know, even about my new adventure, I said, you know, I don't know much about it. What can you tell me? And he basically said, a lot of window time, be persistent. The persistence is everything. If they say no, come back. And I said, he's not one time ever blew me off. Every time I've asked a question, he's always been there to answer. And that's what I respect about him the most. He's approachable. And if, you know, when he's talking, you need to be listening.
Yeah. I mean, the goal is to go to his cigar event.
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
You know, so that's you know, which I know that they go out and made the tickets and stuff like that. You know, so I this is what, August or September?
I think it's
August. I always forget.
August. I think it's like
September is that other year.
You're right.
I know there was 1 month apart. And that's a definitely event that we definitely got to go, but that's probably going to be a 2026 adventure.
Most likely.
Oh my God. Well, talking about adventures, I'm definitely looking forward to the March's venture, you know what I mean? Which is the Great Smoke in West Palm Beach.
Mhm.
So we're definitely, these guys are coming down to Florida to visit Old Panda. And they're going to get the experience of a Great Smoke. And I don't know what I don't know what this year's I can't remember what's the
It's the Renaissance, right?
is it Renaissance? Yeah, I think so. Yes, it's gonna be Renaissance. Last year was Year of the Dragon. You know, the theme. Thank you,
Right.
appreciate that. The missus in the background. You know? Yeah, unbelievable. You gotta love it. But yeah, listen, I can't wait. There's so many places I want to take you guys to, man. And you know, so you got JJ. I just want to see JJ's face again.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I just want to see JJ's face. I ain't gonna lie. I just want to see JJ's face again. And,
I wasn't Kansas no more, Toto. I mean,
look, all right, Jay, what's the next clip, buddy?
well, you know, we all love this guy for a completely different reason. He was a handful. I tried it, you know, it's none other than Matt Booth.
Matt Booth.
I tried to keep it as clean as I could, but you can only keep it so clean with this guy.
Yeah, you got that right. Go for it.
See, what had happened was
He turned me into a shake weight.
I think that we're onto something, because also, and you want to talk about, you know, psychological, they're like, okay, possibly this dude is a psychopath. And I have just engaged someone that I probably should not have,
Mhm.
but I could also get a savage hand job. The internal conflict would be so visceral.
Oh man.
I mean, what happened?
What happened?
Is that it? I got kicked out?
No,
No,
done.
you
I'm up here now. Wait,
What the
somebody
hell is
left.
done?
now I'm in the
Oh,
middle.
look.
Okay, I was like, fuck, all the shit I just said, and that's what
No.
that's what they
No.
can.
Oh my God, dude. He is by far one of, if not the most memorable interview we've done this year.
You know, and I wanted to put more, but that was the cleanest I could find.
Dude, guys, that was a 2.5 hour interview?
Yes.
Yeah.
By far the longest interview we've done. Like I said, we normally try to keep it to an hour because we know pretty much everyone's, you know, attention span is like, 20 minutes. But if you want entertainment, the shock factor, watch the Matt Booth interview.
And the most colorful guests that we've had on the Leaf and Edge podcast.
Yeah, listen, JJ's in Coach's Shot. Listen, JJ shared with us, that where in the town that he lives in, they're not diversity. Put it that way.
No, and like I said before, and I'll repeat it. Where I grew up, there were some Hispanics, but we're Native Americans or Native American and white. And like I said before, I was 21 years old before I ever talked to a black man. Not, due to racism or nothing like that. It's just the where I live, and it's not a very diverse place, and I find that to be very sad. Because one of my best friends in the military happened to be a black man named Keltram Stovall. He's from Florida, and I would scalp anybody to this day for that man.
For those you don't know, JJ's Cherokee as well, so that you know. So
Hey,
we
five
figured,
minutes.
hold on, PC, hold on. Because of that, he has shared that with us before we went to Tampa. We figured we will OD him with diversity. Okay, we OD'd this man with diversity.
Yes, we did.
Let me tell you something.
But
That's all I gotta say. I gotta leave it at that. I'm sorry, PC. Go ahead. You got the mic.
I don't know where to start now.
I'm telling you, man. I'm saying, We
Hey,
OD
but
Tampa, baby.
I was going to say, well, just find me a place and I'll move there and help out on the diversity part. But you have to mention, we could have found an Airbnb anywhere,
Oh,
but we found one slap in the hood for JJ, and it was cool. Very nice place, very nice neighborhood, to be honest with you. But it was just smack dab in the middle of the hood,
yeah,
and
people hang out in the front yard instead of the backyard.
and for a minute there, I thought he was going to crawl to the truck and get in the truck.
Let me tell you, I'm telling you, we OD'd them. All I'm saying, we OD JJ with diversity. Is all I'm saying.
I'm telling you. And like I said, and it was a beautiful thing. Seeing everybody
Yeah, it was.
come together like that, it's something like I said I never knew growing up, and it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, listen, you couldn't ask for 4 different more people in this group.
No,
Oh, for sure.
I'm
Right.
a German Cherokee from Oklahoma. For one, that combo is just weird.
Yeah.
A German Cherokee from Oklahoma.
That's insane, dude. I'm a New Yorker living in South Florida. I'm just saying, don't hold that against me. I'm just saying.
No.
And then we got Don, Don, fly Eagles, fly, whatever.
I would say my family tree has one branch. And I did my 23andMe DNA thing, and it was like 99.8% Irish.
So, well, the Puerto Ricans have a lot of European influence, and we also have what's going on. Hello, we have black. We have we have in the Puerto Rican culture and the Cuban culture. We have a lot of most, especially the Puerto Ricans, are very European. But listen, I'm just happy that, and you know what? We don't see race, we don't see color, we don't see ethnicity, we don't see religion, politics, all that. You know what we see?
That's it.
The leaf.
That's it.
And you know what? This brotherhood and sisterhood, because we got some girls that love us. I don't know if Cammie ever going to show. We got to bring Cammie back. Much love for the Stick Society. Much love to Cammie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then listen, 2025, we had a young lady reach out to JJ and ask if we have any females come. Hey, we welcome every and all. So what we had talked about, we're looking at probably whoever you guys are. If you guys want to come and join us on our Sip and Smoke,
Absolutely.
reach out to any one of us. You know what I mean? And we'll chop it up. We'll chop it up. We don't care who you are. You know what I mean? If you got a group that you hang out with, you want to represent your group, and you want to broadcast with us, let us know. We'll let you on.
And we most definitely got to reach out to Tanya Graham from Gurkha too, since JJ is a Gurkha fan.
Not the evil, though. Not the evil. If I have 3.5 gallons of water, it's a good smoke. It's just really leathery.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So before we get away from the Matt Booth thing, the one thing that struck me about Matt Booth is just a peek behind the curtain. With StreamYard, we all have like I wouldn't say a pre-interview, because we don't ever give the questions ahead of time and that kind. But we talked to is anything off limits? Is anything And Matt was like, from the time he popped onto that screen, he was on, and JJ just had to hit the record.
I didn't even get to do the intro.
Right, he just had to hit the
I didn't even
record
get
button.
to. Hey,
He was
cheers
on.
to JJ. JJ picked up on that quick, and you're right. And Matt Booth is that squirrel.
Right.
He's that squirrel guy. And
The man's a
we had
Marine.
a whole. I'm sorry, guys. JJ, what?
The man's is ex-Marine. He's very resilient.
Mhm.
He's stuck in his ways. I mean, he's just a cool dude.
Of the many funny things he said, one of the funniest things he said was, he asked us how we all met, and we said, well, we all met online, and then somebody said, we eventually met in Tampa in July, and he just went like this. we lost it. Like,
But
Yeah.
you know what? But I think that within the first 10 minutes of the original conversation, before you hit the record button, right? It was almost a test, right?
Yeah.
It was always to see, okay, how much of my crazy can I bring into this group?
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, be you. We don't want, listen, anyone
That's
that
what we
comes
want.
to our group that
Be
we
you.
chop it up, we want you to be you.
But the
Don't
minute-
change for us. Listen, there's certain things that we have chosen not to speak about, but if you choose to speak about it, you're the guest. You know what I mean? Obviously, and I'm not gonna be. I won't lie and say that if it gets to a certain point, right? You know what I mean, to a certain limit, because we're not here to offend nobody.
No.
You know, and listen, we try to stay away from politics. We try to stay away from religion on topics, but we all know everyone's strongly opinionated on both, and this is what we kind of try to stay away from because we don't want no division.
Right.
You know,
We
we
got
do not want division. I mean, we all have our beliefs? We all have our thoughts process, you know, but I don't care. Like I don't care what your religion. I don't care what your politics are. I just want to know what cigar you're smoking.
Yeah.
You know what you think about it. What you're gonna smoke next. That's who I am. You know, it's no longer a hobby. It's a lifestyle, right?
The only thing
Right.
that I care, the only thing that I care about is that you hate the Cowboys as much as I do.
Oh damn!
And that was the only division I was about to say. Pigeon hater.
Oh damn! Hey Don, you already smoking that second stick?
Don't judge me.
Oh man,
Hey, what's your third stick?
for real?
I'm smoking the Jonathan P. Tobacco Knot.
You know, and what really surprised me about him, because the minute we started talking about our kids, a whole
changed.
different aura wrapped around.
Yes.
He is a father first and foremost, which won my respect right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
his
know what?
eyes-
You're absolutely right, JJ. Because when we brought that up, his demeanor changed,
Yeah.
his facial expressions changed, and you could tell that kid, his son, you could tell
Means the world.
very
Yeah.
pinnacle point in his life.
Mhm.
And the other thing is, he wasn't a cigar guy. He's not a, there's no lineage of cigars. He was a jewelry maker. He was
Right.
not a jewelry, but he was making jewelry for the biker community. The tough looking jewelry and all that kind of stuff, which I love that stuff. And then somebody came to him and said, what would go great with that stuff is a cigar, and he has an alcohol line as well. He has a gin line, and Room 101 gin, and just you could kind of see that. And he even said it like there's always that idea rattle around in his dome, that what's next.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think his mind is so complex
Right.
that he has a hard time staying on track, because we even saw it, right?
Yeah.
Like he started here and then he just bolted somewhere else, talking about primates. And therefore, I won't get into the particulars about that conversation. Y'all guys are gonna have to go see that interview. And that's in the very beginning of the interview before we even started talking cigars.
Maybe I got to do a Matt Booth episode like an After Dark.
Yeah.
Right.
And
It's a
you know
little
what?
crazy.
Where he got the name Muzzleloader, that story, I guarantee you, once you hear it, it'll never get out of your head.
Nope. It's
Yo,
still a
dude.
great cigar. Just a crazy
know.
backstory.
Oh my god. Yeah, it is a crazy backstory. But my brother, what's next? Who do we
Well,
got next?
actually, you peaked on it. I was almost thinking you seen my rotation I got going here, and it's talking about how women are slowly making their way into this lifestyle, thankfully, and the impacts they make.
Listen, that's reality, right? This industry was predominantly, and for the most part still is, predominantly male driven, right?
Mhm.
And although we've seen a massive influx of female smokers, which I absolutely adore and love that women are getting involved in this, because I know for a fact that it helps those men that enjoy smoke. There you go. And it's so true, right? Because we have
Right.
seen an influx of women smoking. You're a primate pan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Uh-huh. So there has been a massive influx, right, of women, female smokers, because, and I absolutely love it.
Mhm.
I love to see, one of the guys with their significant other walking into the lounge, and whether they partake or they are not partaking, they're still in the moment.
Yeah.
It's part of their date night or whatever.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And to me, it says so much about that female, that to me, and this is just my outlook in it, guys. Don't take it out of context, please. But to me, it says a lot about that woman that she loves her man enough, despite that she's not into it.
Yeah.
She knows that he's into it, that she's willing just to spend that time, with him at a place that she might not necessarily care for.
Yeah, my wife will go. She doesn't smoke, but she'll sit there with me while I do it.
Well, and I don't want this episode, end of the year, kind of get away from us without a shout out to all of our wives, man.
Absolutely.
To give us I'd say allow, because there's no allow, but to be okay with the time that we spend doing this, and this time that we, peek behind the curtain, we chatted, we chop it up almost every night on Discord or on Facebook Live or somewhere, and our wives are just so gracious and allowing us to
supportive. Yeah.
Again, we're not friends anymore. We're family, and my wife has started, hey, what's going on with Panda? What's going on with JJ? What's going, and so these people are I hate to say they're becoming real, because we're all real, but
Right.
it's a real friendship and a real family atmosphere, and our wives are just special people to allow us to spend the time doing this. So
Right.
Absolutely. And listen, it's like wives and me. We're hitting the cigar lounge tomorrow.
Amen.
You smoke a cigar. Hey, man. You know what? Cheers to you and the wife, brother.
Amen.
And you know what? And that to me is such a bonding moment, right? It really is, because the missus tells me the same thing. You guys ain't going online tonight? Is everything okay? She's like, is everything all right? Like, she starts panicking. I'm like, yeah, everything's good. We just need a break. We need a break. Relax.
You're not talking to your 3 other wives out there? I'm like, what?
Exactly. I get that too. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You got to speak to the guys or whatever,
And I've shared before, I have very few really good friends. I have my 2 high school best friends that I love those guys. They're my ride and die. But you guys have become that in my life, and at a time when I didn't think I needed that. I was smoking cigars, and I was trying to learn a little bit about it, and you guys all of us coming into each other's lives has been a blessing, and just doing this is a blast. This just I can't wait. I can't wait to the nights that we're recording. It really is really is a blessing.
And this year in general we've all been very blessed in this journey. I mean, we have all grown, and the collaborations we've had, the people we've met, the people we've interviewed, we've been very blessed. I'm not going to say lucky. We've been blessed.
Yes, sir.
And
that's the thing, the understanding that we have, man, that the camaraderie, the decorum, and all of that good stuff. We're very. It's something that I have not experienced with a group of guys in a long time, and is much needed at this point in time in my life. You know what I'm saying? So
this might be old. Watch another podcast and see if you can find this mesh we have right here. I challenge you.
And listen, I'm gonna give you guys a little behind the scenes, right? We'll chop it up and we'll talk. Hey, what do we want to talk about this week? Or this and that. And sometimes we're like, we don't even know what the hell we're gonna talk about. And that's the God honest truth. There's times that we have no clue what the hell we're gonna talk about, but some way, somehow, we find a topic to talk about. That one time I had 10, 12 conversations, and we stood an hour with one question.
Yeah,
it was like
the ABD, HBDD, HD.
Yeah, no doubt. And it goes to show you that what it is a bond between us 4, and we definitely feed off of each other, and it's very much become family orientated. It really has, And listen, I'm not ashamed. Before we got on, I was a little emotional today. My son, my youngest, he turns 18 tomorrow, and it hit me. It really did. And I'm trying not to get emotional now, but it was just like the other day. You know what I mean? He was just like right here.
Yep.
And it's my oldest, my daughter is 24. And I remember her just the same. And her birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and it's just something about my son turning 18. I don't know why it hit me so damn hard, and And it's like I can imagine when he turns 21, how emotional I'm really gonna get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took me a minute, for me to get myself together again. I had to like even step away when we first started because it's just like it hit me, and it hit me out of the clear blue sky too. Because my son was back at his mom's and he came, "Oh, Dad, I'm gonna come by and say, whatever." We gave him his gift, his card, and stuff like that, and he hugged me, and just the way he embraced me, just. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It just, I really am trying not to get emotional now, but I love my kids, man. My kids are my brother.
No, it's understood to have your kids to be, you think they're not taking in the love that you're giving them, but then when they give it back to you, oh man, it turns you into Puddin'. So that's gonna be your new nickname, Puddin'.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'm trying right now.
Hey.
I'm fighting tears right now, man. I really.
Hey, I feel you, brother, man. So don't go ahead, Don.
That's the thing about this brotherhood is, we've all gone through some stuff in the last 6, or we've been chopping it up for about a year and a quarter together. But in this last 6 months, we've all been going through some stuff, and we've all hit our personal bottoms at some point, and these 3 guys have been there to go, hey man, jump on, we got you, we got you, and. It's like they say, people always say a marriage is 50-50. A marriage isn't always 50-50. A marriage sometimes is 90-10,
Of course.
But you got to be that 90 when your significant other's at the 10, and she's got to be her 90. She's got to be her 90 when you're at your 10. And we're the same way kind of way, we've all gone through some highs and lows, and we've had some great times, we're promotions and like say kids turning 18 and kids doing recitals and all that kind of stuff. We had some great times. We've also had some times where we had to pick each other up, and that's what this is about for me. That I'm gonna get soupy here too, but that's
Well, let's look at it like this. And when we got this group together, we thought we had a concept. And how can we take this and give it to the guys outside of our group that love what we love, which is cigars, and try to treat everybody with the same respect and the same love, and and you're gonna run across some people that don't know how to take it, but that's just who we are. And I'm not trying to big up ourselves, but we really do want to share our thoughts with a lot of people and our love for cigars with a lot of people. And that's what Cigars has done for this group. We want to share with others too, and make it a safe space at the same time.
We also bust each other's chops like I'm about to do right now. And it's not what you think, PC. Somebody in this group just called me out 3 minutes ago for lighting my second cigar. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that.
But you also remember, buddy, I smoked a Robusto. I smoked a little ass Robusto. Don't give me that nonsense. You can't compare.
Whatever.
You smoked the damn Churchill and you inhaled it.
Stop.
Okay.
Our number one goal has always been family first.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
No matter what. If we got to postpone, we got to do whatever we got to do because our families are first and foremost.
Right.
Yep.
So, guys, listen, those of you who are on, I don't know how many are on right now, but listen, we have a Discord called Bonded by the Leaf. Okay? If you guys want to join us, you want to chop it up just like this, with us, what I mean? By all means, go on Discord, look us up, Bonded by the Leaf, request an invite. We invite you, and you can be part of the family just the same. You know what I mean? And, it is a safe space. You know what I mean? All we want, listen.
Be careful, though. You might find yourself in that middle square one day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir.
And listen, there's no secret. When I started this journey, probably about 2 years ago, right? I've always had this vision of having the biggest community ever in this of the cigar world. And to me, I don't care, and we've said it multiple times. We're not in competition with anyone.
No,
right.
Although sometimes I feel that some people feel that they need to be in competition with us. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I I'm not in competition with no one. I'm not trying to flop mine on the table to see whose is bigger. That's not.
It would be me if we did, though.
Well, I know that we'll use JJ. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But to me, honestly, it's just if you want a group and hang out with a bunch of guys, and this is all where we're at, you know what I mean, as a family oriented, by all means, you're more than welcome to join us. But before we continue to get on this emotional path, JJ, what's the next clip, baby?
Hey, this is my Zoe, my niece Zoe. Hey Zoe, thank you for stopping by.
Hey.
Okay, and this was another very powerful. This is another guest. Had a beautiful mind, and here's a very powerful little passage he had to say.
I think the biggest thing that I have a strong belief in God, and I think my faith is pretty powerful. I also think that I have a great support system, my team, my family, and we all, one of the great things, JJ, is, it's like a tug of war game. If everybody's pulling the same way and they're in unison, you usually win. And I've been blessed to have just a phenomenal workforce and great sales team, great in-house team, great manufacturing teams and everything. And being vertically integrated has been really the secret to our success, and making sure everything we do as much as perfect as possible. We always say that perfection is the gold and excellence is merely tolerated. That's kind of our motto at the company. And we're really anal about that, because we really do believe that our consumers deserve the best.
I mean, that's some powerful words right there.
Perfection is gold and excellence is merely tolerated. That's
Hey, put that on a plaque,
Absolutely. I'll send you a link, brother. So, as you guys know, that was Nick Perdomo, right? And those of you who know me, I'm very good friends with his brother, Billy Perdomo. I see Billy Perdomo probably once a week. We chop it up. We play dominoes. A shout out.
Who won that last bout with you and Billy? Just wonder.
Wrong person. Keep on. Wrong person.
Oh, wrong person.
Wrong person.
I thought I had it.
See. This is what happens, guys. I was on a roll here. I was getting a little, in touch. And Don had it like, unbelievable, man. You know what? You're on timeout, buddy. You're in timeout. So going back to Nick, right? And you know what? He was him and his wife. I want to give a shout out to his wife.
Yes.
I want to thank them both, all three of them. Billy for hooking it up. By connecting us with Nick, and then his wife helping us out.
Yes.
Advertising us and stuff like that. I really want to give thanks to them. Right. I've always shared and I've always said this, that whenever someone's new to the industry, that they're just starting this journey of cigar smoking, my number one recommendation has always been and probably will forever be is the Perdomo the Champagne 10th anniversary. Because it's a perfect cigar for someone that's just starting out. It's mild and is most importantly is consistent. They can smoke the cigar today. 3-4 months down the road, they can smoke it again, and it'll still be the same.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing that hit me on that was we asked him. I think I asked him, as a matter of fact, do you ever get tired of talking about that cigar? And he kind of stared straight at me and said, "Do you ever get tired of talking about your paycheck?" He said, that cigar for 24 years has been their number one seller for 24 years, and there's a reason for it. And I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but that stood out to me.
Yeah, one day at a time. Yeah, you're not right, Black. I agree. So what Black South is talking about was that, so Tom Fuller, a.k.a. Keep, right? He is a big Perdomo guy. And I wanted Nick to give him a shout out. He gave him a shout out. And I told him that he said that if he would give him a box of cigars, he would tattoo Perdomo on him. So what Nick said in return was, I won't get you the box, but I'll pay for the tattoo.
Dude.
So I don't know. Tom hasn't brought it up to me, but
and at a lot of shops, that box of cigars would have been about $200 cheaper.
No doubt, no doubt. So, and listen, and not only that, Nick shared a lot of things, right? He shared a lot. He has a book coming out, right?
Right.
A new Legend cigar coming out. We were very fortunate that there was a lot of firsts, for us and for his company.
Well, that Legend cigar he was talking about too, and we just kind of touched on family and all that kind of stuff. He was so touched that his son wanted to come out with a celebratory cigar for him. That the new this Legend cigar that's going to come out is in paying homage to his dad. And his son wanted to do that for him, and he was so touched by that. Because he always said it's not about me, it's about the company, it's about the customers, and for his son to say, no, Dad, this one's about you. And
Right.
and that's special.
It is. And what has he done, right? The same thing with Espinosa, right? They're building a generational company and wealth.
Absolutely.
Right.
A legacy, right? That's basically what it is, a legacy.
And not only that, he talked about when the government started really getting involved in cigars and started hitting them with their taxes and everything. He ate all those taxes. He didn't pass them on to the consumer,
Right.
and
Right.
and that's something that you may not every day when you go to your cigar shop, you may not understand that $6 of that cigar got eaten up by Nick Perdomo.
Johnny.
That would have been passed on to you if he hadn't done that. And that's that's somebody that's looking out for the industry,
That
as a whole.
federal S-chip tax, he eats every bit of that thing.
Yeah, I was just say he still does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That guy, guys, John Russo is one of the guys from the shop, man.
What's up, Johnny?
What's going on, John?
You guys will all get to meet him. Don, he was on the one that was on the first live.
Yeah.
So you guys will get to meet him when we get to the shop.
I'm not smoking a brick house tonight, John.
We talked about that. He goes, "What's wrong with your friend?" He goes, "How do you smoke a Jaime Garcia Judge and then smoke a brick house?" Listen, I don't know. Listen, Johnny, this is a safe zone. It's a safe zone, buddy. It's a safe zone. But listen, what I loved about I'll be very honest, it went better than what I expected. I was hoping for it to be good, but it over exceeded my expectations. It really did. And I'm extremely grateful for the time and opportunity. He gave us a time frame that he was only, he was able to, and we made sure that we stood by it. You know what I mean? Out of respect for him, I would love to go to their warehouse and actually be able to, chop it up with him at the warehouse. So what I've been told that he actually has, you smoke what you like. Absolutely, John. He has a whole area just for media. You know what I mean? So that would be nice. But yeah, I mean, Perdomo it was one of those things that we had to postpone it because of the hurricane. But you know what? I give it to him. He followed up because he could have easily blown us away and used it as an excuse, and not blow us off to next year.
Absolutely.
So, and I'm grateful. We've been very fortunate, guys, that we've been able to get some good people on our and you know what I mean. And obviously in the new year, we got some new people coming about. And I can't. You don't know. It's like right there. I want to share it, but we can't share it just yet. Until we get 100% confirmation on it.
Yep.
But if we get it, which I think we are, right, JJ, we should be good to go.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you guys stay tuned to the first year. It's going to be within the first week or second week of January. So we'll most likely be posting something this week. So you guys stay tuned to that. So what do we got next, JJ?
Well, I got to throw out a disclaimer. There's a whole lot of man about to be in this segment.
Uh-oh. Oh,
I
no.
may have been a little out of my comfort zone, but I was in good hands.
I know.
Yeah, come on now. Come on, big dog. Come on. What's going on? Oh. What do you think, bud? Are you passing with a man of wars? You pass.
This humidor is bigger than the El Guapo Lounge. Yeah, oh, by far.
Yeah, buddy. You crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. This is weird.
Oh,
Kid
What
in
a-
the candy.
What a great moment that was.
That was.
so
Kid in the candy store.
yeah, you got to understand, guys. And I said this before, and I mean this in no disrespect. I felt like a proud papa.
Mhm.
I really did, because you guys understand, JJ comes from a small town in Oklahoma, and for him to go to Tampa and to be exposed, that if you guys don't know, that was Cigar International in Tampa, in Brandon, and JJ was completely at awe. And just to see his facial expressions, to be like, what? If you see it, man almost broke his neck. You know, he's like, this humidor, it's got to be what? How many thousands of square feet you think that humidor
Oh my God.
is? You know,
Yeah.
what, 3,000 easy?
I promise you, honestly, the parking lot, the little patch of yard, the back patio, and the whole lounge itself of El Guapo's could fit comfortably in that entire humidor. Comfortably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is this, right? Because Cigar Internationals, as you know, they're the big collaborant online and stuff like that, and but so you're allowed to smoke in their humidor, right?
Mhm.
In order for you to buy the cigars, you have to go to the humidor and actually pay for them before you go back into the lounge. So they have about 4 or 5 registers in the humidor itself, with the guys there and the girls working behind the register, smoking their sticks, their cigars, and just chopping it up with everyone and anyone, man. So, and also for those who don't know, any law enforcement, ex-military, first responders, they give you a break as well. So if you guys are one, by all means, make sure you notify the cashier at the register, and they'll hook you up. But it was a great. So what were you thinking when you walked in, JJ?
Well, first, I think I was temporarily blinded because I've never seen anything like that. I was in shock. I mean, I literally was, because I mean, as I walk in, I'm like, I've never seen this many cigars in one building in my life. And 2, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna spend a lot more than I brought. And I brought a pretty penny with me. And I was thinking, do I really have to go back to Oklahoma? Or could I just stay in Florida, become an over-the-road truck driver, and just send money home? But I didn't do that. But I loved every minute of it, and I was glad we're all there to experience that together, because it was an eye-opening experience for me. One of many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, the 2 things that stood out for me at CI was, one, watching JJ walk in there and just be like, what in the Sam hell is this? And the second thing was, you guys don't know this, but I was trying to buy a box of cigars in there, and Panda nearly ripped my arm off trying to get it from me.
Is that why I ended up like 3 rows down the road? Really? Really? Are you serious right now?
The blood medicine.
Heck yeah.
The blood medicine from Crown Heads. So, okay, see, that's a whole different topic. So, guys, you need to understand. So, we went to another lounge.
Go ahead. Tell them all your story. Go ahead.
And yeah, I'm going to tell that story because you're the one who opened up Pandora's box. So, you guys remember the lounge?
Coronas.
Diamond Crown, right? It used to be formerly known as the Davidoff Lounge in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So we all chopping up, we're having our sticks, having a couple of old fashions, and I see these 2 people, male and female, with some bundles.
Right.
So the Panda was kind of feeling nice after like his 3rd or 4th or maybe 5th old fashioned.
Yeah.
I walk up to them. I'm like, yeah. I said, listen, hey guys, is this you guys' cigars? You guys so happen to be the regional sales rep for Crown Heads Belkis.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the
And
director,
Miguel.
Miguel,
Yep.
Yeah.
Miguel.
okay. So ironically enough, so we end up meeting up with them, and I don't know, it's crazy how many Crown Head cigars I actually bought that day. But fast forward, they had told her that they were going to be in CI doing it.
Right.
So after that walkthrough that we saw with JJ, we went back that evening, and Belkis starts, oh yeah, this and that, but I only have one box of what was it? The
blood medicine.
The blood medicine. So the panda, being the panda, I went to go grab it to buy it. Next thing you know, somebody stiffed on me. Three rows down the freaking block,
Dude.
And next thing you know, Don got a box in his hands. I'm like, what the hell?
It was like Mike Allstott, and he's got 40 yards to go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Flying.
That man stiffed on me so bad. I was like, oh.
Oh, you got truck.
Yeah, I got trucked all right, man. I was like, okay, I guess you want him, man. I was like, damn, we could have split it or something. Oh my Lord. But
you do have to give me credit. I did split that box up and send you guys some.
Yes, you did. Yeah, Johnny, hell no. That's what I said too.
And I
woke up 3 hours later.
Miguel, they were very gracious at the lounge to give us a good handful of cigars.
Oh,
they
did.
Those Cornetta cigars were
Maduros?
superb. Yeah.
So was it Cornettas? The Cornettas?
Cornettas, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good stick. Matter of fact, JD, you see that hat JD wearing? That I got him that hat, the Crown Heads hat.
There's been a few people that want me to send him this hat.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Yeah. And was it? Yeah, John, sharing this can. Yeah, Black. I agree. Listen, I give it to him. He gave us 1 out of 20. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I think
He could have given us 4 or 5 apiece.
I think if I grab it, I might have PTSD off of it, man.
I guarantee it.
You know what I mean?
Hey, but Don knows your fingerprints are still on the box.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So I kind of want to go a little bit more details in regards to Tampa. Do you have more stuff from Tampa, JJ, or no?
That was the only one.
All right. So, guys, you understand. So you got to understand. So we have been talking on social media for quite some time. I was very fortunate. I met PC first in Jacksonville, face to face. And then a couple of months later, I met Don face to face. But none of us have got to meet JJ. And Don and PC never got to meet each other. So them three, it was the first time I was meeting me. But the funny stuff, and Don said it in our last talk, to me, he elbowed me. He's like, about PC, he goes, man, I would have thought PC would have been bigger, taller than me than Silverback, and that was like the big joke of the evening, But I need you guys to understand. So, where's my phone? So we started going to all these lounges. So my guys from the shop, we've been to Tampa a bunch of times. So there's already lounges that I already knew about. You know what I mean? And there was a couple of lounges like that Sterling Lounge, right? So my whole thing was I wanted them to get the full experience, right? And I got to show you guys this because, hold on, where is it? So first of all, the Panda spoiled them too. The Panda made some steaks on the grill. It was. I wish I could find that pic. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I might be able to.
There they are.
And I ate every bite.
JJ, that man could eat. This man could tear it up, man.
I eat 23-ounce porterhouses all the time.
Dude.
But like I said, here in Oklahoma, you can turn a corner and there's a steak. I mean, that's just all it is. I mean, you can get a steak anywhere here. I'm surprised McDonald's here don't get you a T-bone.
No,
I mean,
so that's us at Airbnb. You know what I mean? Tearing up the steaks. And, of course, that's what I had left. But then we smoked. This was my gift to everybody, and we smoked it that evening. The Padron 80th anniversary.
What a wonderful gift that was.
Right? It was a blast. It was something to be memorable about. We honestly, guys, I got picture after picture after picture after picture. What would you think? What would you say was probably the most memorable part of the trip? Oh yeah, meat sweats definitely.
One of the memories was smoking the egg.
That's where I was about to go.
We got to
Oh,
find
is
a,
that?
Smoking the egg.
we
Oh,
got to
that-
find a way to chop that up and get that out.
And
So-
meat.
And we
go ahead.
videoed that, and we never. So you guys got to tell the backstory to that too about the egg. You know what I mean? So one of y'all talk about it. You know what I mean?
So we were talking about this egg. You know, Drew Estate makes the egg. It's a cigar that's what? There it is, right there. There's the box, and it looks like an egg. I mean, it looks like a big dinosaur egg, and it's skinny on one end, skinny on the other end, and just probably this big around in the middle. And so we decided we were going to smoke that egg and do a long ash contest with the egg. And we were going to film it. And so we set up all our cameras. We did all our stuff. We started smoking that thing. First of all, it was 970 degrees outside at the time.
Minus a million.
And
That
we're
is
out,
true.
we're out there smoking the egg. And no offense to Drew Estate, it just wasn't what we thought it was going to be. It was very bland. There was just not a
We'll
lot
talk
to
about
it.
the competition, right? Because that's how it started. We were gonna do the competition,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and we videoed it, right? Because I had my phone videoing. Who else had their phone? So you could get. So it was to see who could build the longest ash or whatever the hell it was. And it man, and I'm such a big Drew Estate guy. It was a disappointment. You know, you got a little taste in the very beginning, but once you got into the egg, the center, it was nothing but air.
I
Air.
think
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
enjoyable part was the aromatics that came off of the cigar.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I mean, but you know what? It was a good experience that we got. And you're right. It was like 152 degrees outside.
But
oh my god.
The funny part was we all got about halfway through it. We all still had the ash going. We got about halfway through it. We're all just looking at each other like, I can't do this. So finally, I just took my ash and I just tapped it on the ashtray. I was like, there, I lose. Like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
We never posted that footage because it just wasn't what we thought it was going to be. But it was kind of funny.
But it was crazy though, right? Because we I don't know about you, but I had, and here you go. You know, when you have expectations, you're gonna lead yourself up to disappointment. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened with that cigar. Because I was expecting something. You know, I expected, even if it tastes, because I don't know about you, there was no flavor.
No.
Just aromatic.
I mean, when we finished smoking that cigar, it was like as if we didn't even smoke anything.
Right.
You know, yeah, full of hot air. That's
Exactly
about
right.
Yeah. But you know, between that and then went to Long Ash,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Long with those four rollers in the house. Those cigars were absolutely, you know, for $6. You know, they're
Yeah,
puro
unbelievable.
Nicaraguans.
Yeah, you can get bundles off of
Yeah.
that place.
I got me a Lancero when we were in there, and that thing was
Yeah.
on point.
Well,
Dude.
man, you know, I mean, so to me, what surprised me the most, and you guys gotta say, so there's a spot called King Coronas in downtown Ybor.
Yes, there is.
And I downplayed it. I downplayed it because I need you guys to understand. Me and the guys from the shop, we've been there I don't know how many times. And what it was, basically, you walked in and they served food back then. The food was better than the cigar selection. They didn't even have a humidor. They had cabinets. And the selection was trash, to be honest with you. So I kept on telling these guys, I go, listen, guys, it's just a spot just to go that we said we went to. Don't expect nothing, whatever. So we get there. I let these guys walk in, and I walk in last. And I walk in, I'm like, I was looking like JJ and CI. I was like, I went outside to make sure we were in the right spot. You know, the bar was bigger. they got an enclosed humidor, walk-in humidor, and find out it ended up having a new owner. And the new owner dumped, they said, about $1 million in the place.
It was phenomenal.
It was.
And we
The point
got
is, we went back later on that evening, you know, and Ybor down. Nighttime Ybor City is a lot different than the daytime.
It was way different.
Lamborghinis going down the street.
Can you say?
There's oh my lord!
Can you say Bourbon Street?
The funniest thing was we were done for the night. We were heading back to our car. We were walking down it was 7th Street, 7th Avenue, whatever it is down there. We're walking down there, you know, and it's to me it's kind of like a mini Las Vegas Boulevard. You know, just bars on every corner and people everywhere. And we look over at this one bar, and they're carrying this dude out, and he is unconscious. I mean, it's not like he's just drunk and they're carrying this dude out, and he is asleep. And I just looked at JJ. He's like, "What in the Sam hell is going on here?"
It was something, dude. Right? The nightlife was a lot different. Oh my god! And we got to go to Sterling Lounge, which was it was a first for me. Rooftop lounge. It's a very small lounge. You know what I mean?
Very elegant.
You know,
very nice. Yeah.
Selection. Just to me, it was just very small, right? I mean, it'll be perfect if the four of us are gonna just there to hang out, right? Just to relax. I like the rooftop. I mean, the rooftop was absolutely great. And even though it sucked for us because it was raining that day.
But we got out there for a little while before it rained.
Yep. You know, but yeah, I mean, it was good, you know. And then what else? Where else did we go?
We got to meet we got to meet some friends of ours that Viking picks.
And I was going to get to that. The Grand Cathedral.
Yeah,
I loved that place.
Yeah,
I really did.
So you know, explain. You guys give the description. The Grand Cathedral. What is the Grand Cathedral? Any of you? I don't care. Pick one.
So for me, it was just backstory. If you don't know, it's an old church that was converted into a cigar lounge. And unfortunately, I guess they ran into some city ordinances that they couldn't have the outside open, but they had the inside open. And what stood out to me in that place was, it's all wood. It's beautiful. Like it almost looked like an old hunting lodge, you know, kind of thing inside. And the guy that was providing the entertainment that night was absolutely phenomenal. This guy was one man band. He had the what do you call that thing? You music guys? What do you call that thing where you record it and then you play it back? You know,
the loop station.
Loop station. Yeah, he had a loop station, and he was absolutely on point that night. And it was, you know, and we were, like I said, we were with Wayne and Markel. We met them there. We have Viking Picks, and just they had a big group. They had a big group that they were talking to, and there was supposed to be a concert that night, but it got canceled because of the rain or it was Jason. Was it Jason Aldean or something? He got sick or something like that. And so they were all there. It was just a really good time. Just a really good environment.
You're right. But you're right. That guy was. As a matter of fact, I took a picture of his Instagram, and you know what? I'm gonna see if I can find it, because that guy deserves a shout out, man.
Dude,
I ain't gonna lie.
He was the true definition of talent.
Yes.
How many countless and even probably painless hours he had to go through to get that good. You don't just wake up.
When he played Hotel California, and it sounded like the Eagles were playing it. It was like, this is ridiculous.
You know, and a lot of his percussion was either by his mouth or him just tapping the mic, and then he would record it and loop it back. I mean, it was phenomenal.
And the selection that they had in the humidor was off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can pretty much.
Guys, you don't know, it's a Fuente lounge. It's one of Fuente's main lounges.
But JJ, you had your first experience with the Foundation cigar. Which one was it? It was
that was the Axum.
Yeah,
was in there.
Yeah,
and it was the Axum, the Claro.
I believe so.
Yeah, it was the Axum Claro. Actually, I can open my little box because I still have every one of those. As I'm gonna make me a nice little.
And let's not forget about too, before we finish this, our trip to the Puerto Rican restaurant.
Beautiful. I've never had that in my life. Dude,
Hey, but before
Go ahead, PC. Yeah, put your foot in your mouth again. Go ahead. I want you all, for all you Puerto Ricans out there, I want you to understand what the brother did at a Puerto Rican restaurant. I need you to understand and comprehend what the brother did at a Puerto Rican restaurant. But go ahead, PC, by all means.
but see what we have here in Georgia are Mexican restaurants and
So
Cuban
what happened
restaurants.
was
Yeah. So I ordered the black bean.
black beans at a Puerto Rican restaurant. Listen, so for those of you who don't understand, Puerto Ricans don't eat black beans. We eat red beans. This Puerto Rican waitress looked at him. If she had chancletas, that man was going to get chancleta. She was going to tune this brother up, man. Tune him up. It was hilarious, man. Oh, my God. She goes, no.
Yeah,
No.
the food was amazing. The culture they
Amazing.
had within that specific restaurant was just beautiful. You know, all the birthdays, and you know,
how many birthdays, right?
Oh my God! And the entire restaurant got up and started clapping and singing for every birthday. I was like, this is unheard. This is crazy.
you know, and they all have that, you know, the authentic dress on. I mean, it was just an overall beautiful experience. It really was.
Yeah, just slapping the tables and all that good stuff. It was just, and then that's when we got the famous, you know, shots of the Leaf and Nash podcasters. You know, we got the photos. Yeah, we were wearing our shirts and everything.
So, guys, that's the name of the restaurant called El Campo. Oh, excuse me, Par Campo. So, let me see. So, this is some of the food. They have some totones, some acapurrias, arroz con gandule, chicharrón de pollo, de puerco, cerdo. You know, what else? Hey, look at that. It was just ridiculous. I mean, and JJ, you barely heard a word from JJ. I'm sorry. That man was just tearing it up.
Hey, you know,
You see that's it right there.
my nickname was Dumpster.
Dude, let me tell you something. That man tore it up. And there's our picture, guys.
I can eat.
There's our picture, man. So, I mean, it was – there were so many spots in Tampa, right?
Such a good trip.
I kind of want to show you guys – well, no, it's a video. It's too long.
What's going on, Black Pearl guys? Is that you,
What?
Randy?
What up, party people and
What up,
Panda?
And Panda, damn. Damn. It's all good. I still love you, Randy. So the Tampa trip. So we also went to I just had a brain fart, guy.
JC Newman.
No. Well, I was gonna get to that in a minute, but the oh my Lord, what the hell is that spot called?
The little cigar lounge we went to after the restaurant.
Yes, Cigar Castle.
I love that place.
That was a cool place.
I need you guys to understand and comprehend this place, Cigar Castle. If you ever get a chance, go online and on YouTube. So Cigar Castle from the outside,
You'd never go in there.
in it, you're like, what the hell is this, Pete? Like, Panda, what the hell are you getting us into, right? Because they have a liquor store right next door, but the selection and how big it is, their humidor is ridiculous.
Oh.
By far, the cheapest price point for opuses. That's where when I get my opuses, that's where I get them from. And they have 52 beers on tap, every liquor from A to Z, you know, and the people there are absolutely beautiful. Does PC know about which PC? Because yeah, you know what?
We'll get there.
Who's that? Black South that asked?
That was Randy.
Oh, the Panda knows about Wellers, man. The Panda knows about Wellers. We'll get to that story down the road, but yeah, the Panda had one too many special reserve of Wellers. It's so damn good though. But there, no regrets. But
no regrets.
There it is.
Cigar Castle, guys, is that lounge that you want to end your evening in, right? We went to downtown Ybor. And we went through the chaos and the music and this and that. It's your local lounge, right? Your local lounge.
That's what it is. Yeah,
that's what it is. And I love Wellers too, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Bottle on tap always.
So So Cigar Castle is, like I said, is that lounge that even like the guys that from the shop when we go there, that's how we end the evening every night. Is at Cigar Castle. It's just one of those lounges. It's just a way to kind of just decompress and just kind of mellow out the evening before you go to your Airbnb or whatever and relax.
You said it perfectly. It's your local lounge. It's your, they got a row of chairs that you can't separate yourself from everybody else. You're in the mix. You're in the, the young ladies that were working there were on point. We needed a drink. They helped us out. They told us about all their specials that they had going. Just really a fun kind of ending. And that was the last night of our trip that we went there, and it was kind of a quintessential end to our trip. Because the next morning we all kind of split up, went to the airport, did our thing.
I still remember that cigar from there. I bought the last rights.
Oh yeah.
But not only their cigar selection, it's wonderful, but it seems like their humidor set just right to age the cigars as well. Yeah. I mean, their cigar smoke so good. So that is the best nightcap you could ask for as far as the lounge goes.
Well, you know what? That's a good way of putting it in nightcap. Go ahead, PC.
If we didn't have enough cigars, they had a buy one get one half price. We walked away with two boxes a piece.
Yeah. So there's only various the cigars that I bought, and I won't mention their names, man. And I still have them there. Oh my god! And I bought them because of the name. Once again, we buy with our eyes, And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm gonna buy one of each. Boom, and that thing. Once again, I go there to buy one stick. I end up with a box and like 20 other cigars because God knows I didn't bring like 50 cigars with me.
Right. Exactly.
It was just crazy, absolutely crazy, man. But Jay, do you have any more video?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, go for it. Because I want to talk about JC. But go ahead, go for it.
And this next one, I'm waiting for the second interview with this individual to see what these 3 certain things were about.
Oh.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
What those 3 things have together, it's a great story. I should be under a prison, not in a prison, under a prison, but I survived cocaine, a gun in the ear, and it's a legend story. Matter of fact, it's one of the stories we may next year. We're going to do the second Attic series.
Guys,
what a phenomenal interview that was.
You know what it was. I mean, right? What do you say about Rick Rodriguez? I mean, what can't you say about that man?
A man of passion and knowledge.
Yeah.
One of the things that I loved about Rick Rodriguez, and a little again behind the curtains, when we did our little pre-talk with him, he said nothing is off limits.
Yes.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, when I was giving them, the format of our podcast, say we normally like to keep it about an hour, in case, unless things just, it's,
that's right.
I'm going to need more than an hour. I got a lot of S to say. And, he's got a colorful palate when he talks. He really, especially on the phone. And, he said, I got a lot of shit to say. I'm going to need more than an hour, and he's still, to this day, we've been in contact more than, I ever thought. I figured he would already forgot about me, but he's asked about the podcast and stuff, and and I hope that's a relationship we can keep, and I hope we can get him back on here again, in due time.
Listen, and the things that like he was one of those guys that I really went in depth in doing my research, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was very so. For those of you that don't know the backstory about Rick Rodriguez, he was with General Cigars for 24 years.
Yeah,
That's a long time, and it was because once again his daughter, right, another family man, that said, you know what, that maybe it's time for you to do your own thing, and she believed in him enough to push him to. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, even for the sake of my daughter. And you know what, they made top 25 in the aficionados.
You haven't said it. What company did he start?
I said General Cigars.
No, what company did he start?
Oh, West Tampa Tobacco Company.
West Tampa Tobacco Company. And
I went like this before JJ went the script.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, it's what happens when you get old. You get blind. But anyways, so what you call it. So, Rick, you guys got to understand. So, I knew about West Tampa cigars for a minute, right? And it was one of those cigars that always intrigued me, but I just got so caught up that I wasn't able to really do and look for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was grateful that I didn't, only because I got to experience this cigar for the first time with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And when it's all when we were in Tampa, you know, and when we all smoked, we were like, oh, we got to get him.
Yeah.
We got to get him. And you know what? This man right here, this man right here, you know what I mean? The one finger pecker sensation himself. And the reality is that, you know what? I put JJ against anyone, you know, and that's the truth, you know, and that's just the truth. But anyways, you know, having him on and be able to tell his story in regards to how he started the journey, you know, and like I said, the only regret that I have is smoking at Balachi Boulevard.
Like I said, though, if you ever want to remember what they look like, I can send you a picture.
I'll send you one too. Yeah, it's all good.
I would have never smoked that cigar, man. If I would have known it, I would have never, ever smoked that cigar.
Well, we can only hope he reblends, maybe not under that name, but we can only hope he brings that back to life.
Right, but but you know what? Is another thing that I loved about the guy, how honest he was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you guys have not seen that interview with Nick Rodriguez, Rick Rodriguez, I highly recommend that you do, because you know what? He gives this is how honest the guy is and straightforward and forthcoming he is, right? He basically said, you know what? So the story is that when they built the blend, they loved it. He never even asked how much it was going to cost to make it.
Right.
Until his partner goes, oh, great. You know, how much is it? And he was like, oh, you know what? I didn't even ask. So he calls him back. They gave him the price point. He was like, oh, whoa, we can't. No. We can't do that. Whatever you stop.
We can't go to market with our first cigar with that. Yeah.
Right. And they only made 20,000 sticks, 20,000 cigars. And so the way he described it, it would have been like a $20-some-odd cigar to start out with.
Right.
You know, and you know what? It says a lot about the guy, right? Because he's worried about his consumers.
Right.
You know, he's worried about his consumers, despite that people already knew who he was, and he's very well respected in the industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to me, I think that, you know, it says a lot about the man. You know what I mean? The guy has a phenomenal product.
Oh my gosh.
Point. Let me tell you something. This stick is $9, but I will pay $12, $13, $14 for. Yeah, that's how good it is.
Rick, please don't make it $12, $13, $14. But yes.
Yeah, please no. And just know that, you know, its bigger brother, the Addict series,
it's phenomenal. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
And I got to say that those sticks are picking up traction here in Georgia. I'm starting to see them everywhere I go now. So they may have, you know, one or two facing, but, you know, they're picking up traction.
You got a new cigar coming out first quarter of this year of 2025. So,
but that guys, if you didn't check out the Mystery Smoke, I went looking for that cigar. I found it and I sent it to them. And that was a big it was a good series.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I was very impressed with my guys. I'm gonna be very honest with you, JJ especially, because he picked a note that I would have never thought. That Don, suck it up, Buttercup. But you know, he hit it on the nail. I do give Don. Was it you, Don, who said the syrup?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, and that is funny because
it's not a competition, but I won. It just
you're not. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due.
Oh, the hell with that, man! I ain't giving that man squat. What the heck? Yeah, no. JJ, I give you the credit because you picked up a note that was spot on. I was I was like, and it caught me so off guard too, because I was like, and I even brought it up on the interview. I was like, JJ, I won't say which note it was, and because I waited for you guys to mention more notes before I mentioned what he said, and I was like, man. And I love the fact that, you know, that I put in the ceiling, you know, so you guys could see what the hell it was, and you guys got the stickers and stuff like that. So,
well, just so you know, too, guys, that he put it in, you know, you guys don't know Panda is in law enforcement, and he put the band in a evidence envelope and sealed it with evidence tape, so we couldn't look at it before we looked. It was a nice touch.
Even if you wanted to peek, you weren't getting in.
Well, I tried. I had it up to the light. I had everything.
You can't trust these guys, man, because you can't trust them. It's like I knew one of them was gonna, and I put that evidence tape over it specifically because if they tore it up, I could tell if they tore it up or not. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good. I'm looking forward. I got another mystery smoke in the new year for you guys. Oh, look at that!
I got to admit, I did put steam on the bottom of the envelope, open it up, and put it back.
Not with that tape, buddy. Not with that tape. That tape will burn up, buddy. You know. But listen, there's so much about Tampa, and going back to our original, you know, that I loved about it. You know what I mean? And to me, it's set up for our new journey. Right now, we got a new one coming up in March for the Great Smoke, March 15th, and that's something that I'm looking forward to doing with you guys on the road. You know, do the what is it, the Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest. Yes. You know, I want to do the PCA eventually, the TPE, all those other adventures. Something new.
I mean, if people thought 2024 was big for us, wait till 2025.
Telling you, we're starting out with the banger. You understand how hard it is for me not to say that. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's hard. All I'm telling you guys, you won't be disappointed.
Mm-mm.
I'll say this much. There's another. You can say Legend Cigar, right?
I would.
Right? Yeah, I would say another Legend
At this
Cigar.
point, I would.
You know. So yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Be a good way to start the new year. Also, we got a little competition among us.
Yes.
Okay. So we're all going to be on that health kick, you know. So January 1st, just so that you guys know, you might want to help us out on this journey. So January 1st, each and every one of us are going to be weighing ourselves, okay, posting it, holding it up. So from January 1st to what we say March 15th, or the day you guys say on that Thursday instead of the 15th.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday probably be the best bet because by that time we're probably going to be all, you know, eating all sorts of crap. So between January 1st and that day that they get here,
it'll be March 13th.
March 13th. We're going to see who lost the most weight, and it's what, a box? We said.
Yeah, we're all going to go in on a box, and whoever loses the weight gets the box.
In your last episode.
Okay, so. Well, this is not us, just for the record. No, it's not. So the missus just came and gave me my thing, and she's saying that this is what the in-law gave me, the sister-in-law gave me. This is not her glass that she gave me. I'm sorry, Les. The one that she gave me was the twisted one. Just saying, Les. I'm just saying, but this is my new collection, part of the new collection.
That's a beautiful gift. Either way.
Like that? I'm just saying.
Nice.
Hey, Hologram, he told everybody Happy New Year's and see you on the next one.
Absolutely, but I appreciate it. Oh, look at this. Now I have to switch glasses again.
Because it's my
thank you for being here, Hologram.
Yeah. Hey, Hologram, I'm gonna send you that thing for
oh, that one's even nicer.
Yeah, here you go. There's the other one. Oh, son of a gun. Drop my stick, but it's all good. The bones are hurting. But yeah, there you go. Look at that. Oh man, you can see I ruined the stick already, right? Can you see it?
Yeah. Right there on the upper left on the screen of the ash.
Thank you, Leslie. Golly, look at that. That's going to hurt the baby. So, my sister-in-law, Les, thank you. Appreciate it. Love you. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Bubba.
Am I the only one drinking? Oh, thanks, JJ. Lightweights.
Hey.
So, all right, JJ, what else we got, buddy?
You know, and I feel sorry that I didn't show up in Tampa this way, but the clip is too funny for me not to show it. And here we go. I'm telling you.
Yes,
you're gonna
sir.
see me get off that plane. I'm gonna have them boots on and those short shorts.
What? I got one of them Daisy Dukes on. Oh, yeah. Look at the JJ with them Daisy Dukes on. He gonna come out twerking. He gonna be out here twerking.
I might have a little junk in that trunk. Who knows?
Oh Lord!
Oh my gosh.
That is hilarious. Hey, guy, he sold us dreams. He sold us dreams. You know? Oh my Lord! Hey, JJ, you can see the difference in your face, buddy.
I'm telling you, I've lost quite a bit.
Amen.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out what box of cigars I want. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring a weapons case, maybe like rifle size, so I can fit that box in. I don't know. You know, and I threw one in here. It might be a jab to PC, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Please
But
be a Cowboys. Please be a Cowboys clip.
y'all be the judge.
right.
Right.
I could understand that you saw progress. You saw something special in him. Listen, I take my hat off to his agent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to, right? You got to take. You got to.
His agent could sell a ketchup popsicle to a nun in white gloves.
JJ, his freaking one-liners, man. But it's such a that we're talking about Dak Prescott and PC's Cowboys. How Jerry Jones is kicking himself in the ass for spending all that money on the useless quarterback and a wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb. But anyways, so you have any more?
I have one more.
All right, go for it.
So and now the veil is starting to be, pulled back off of the, this, everybody's eyes. So now it's all open. So now you can put let's say you can put the top 10 or the top 25 out there, but give them their own categories. So now you got to build categories. Because
that was Cigar Aficionado calling us to tell us to shut up.
Shut up. They're like, hey, tell that Panther guy he don't know what he's talking about.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Exactly.
Yeah. So I think there should be categories like we talk about the everyday sticks and stuff like that. I think there should be categories. So everybody who don't make the top 50, top 25, they fall into a category. Are you an everyday stick? Are you an every once in a while stick? Because now everybody's getting their shine. Their name is out there.
So there's no secret in how I feel about aficionado.
It's a pay-to-play game.
It is, and to me, I'll say it again. I keep saying it, and I keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. To me, they lost their vision. They've lost respect for me, because I think they just, it's sad because we've all, I don't know about you guys, but I know I used to be a subscriber for aficionados. I used to go on that list to see what's new, up and coming, and to go and hunt for that cigar, And as you go through this journey, you kind of realize exactly, you play to pay, you pay to play, whatever you want to say it. But, it's one of those things that is sad. You know what I mean? It's sad that, the more money that you pay, the higher you get on that scale. And there's no secret how I feel how number 8 is. I won't mention the name of that cigar, but you look it up. The number 8 to me, I've never heard anybody go to a cigar lounge and go, hey, do you have blah, 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 blah? Yeah, I'm just saying. But I digress. I go back up, pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. So before
you find a lot of people you find a lot of people buying that stick online more so than going in the lounge asking.
Yeah, whatever, man. I wouldn't even survive doing it. I don't care. So
I'm trying to stir the pot a little bit.
So guys, the very last person that we interviewed of our segment was
the Godfather,
Chris. I cannot say enough about this guy.
What a solid dude.
What he stands for.
Great human.
I will be promoting this man honestly for as long as I possibly can. He set up a link, with us. If you guys go to thegodfather.com and the promo code use the Leaf and Ash podcast, You get I don't know what I forgot. I don't know if it's 15 or 10%. I can't remember.
I think it's 15.
15%. If you guys do not know, oh man, you know what? I have one of the accessories. So they have a bunch of accessories. If you guys saw my last one of my things in regards to he gave me that travel humidor. Also,
Beautiful.
You know, this here is absolutely great. You have for your accessory, your lighter, your cutter, your drink, your ashtray. These here for your next two smokes. You know what I mean? They have probably the number one selling humidor.
15% right there. Yep.
Oh, 50. There you go. 15%.
I'm using that same exact thing right now.
Okay.
That Panda just showed, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So guys, I'm telling you right now, you get merch like shirts, hats, freaking tumblers, hoodies. They're hoodies that you saw the guys wear.
Oh my gosh.
You know, what I love, and when we spoke about what I love about it is very unique and very inexpensive. You know, accessories for the cigar smoker, right?
And quality.
Exactly, and quality. I tell you, I was in St. Augustine in October, and I brought my dude. It was a conversational piece everywhere I went. You know, guys, I'm telling you, we're gonna have him linked with our stuff as well on our website. Use the promo code, the Leaf and Ash Podcast. You get that 15%. You know, on all his accessories. The great thing, you know, he shared with us is we're the first people that he's done this with. He also we popped this cherry, right? The first interview he's ever done. And honestly, guys, you know, the love, the humidor, and I'm going to get to that right now. I need you guys to understand, and I think this is where he truly gained each and every one of us respect.
And
JJ reached out to Chris and told him, Black South, we love you, brother. We absolutely love you. We appreciate your support every time. Anytime any of us post something, Black South is truly the first one to like it, dub it, and copy it, and do his own little remix to it. And
beautiful. Just so beautiful. Such a beautiful person.
Yeah, and JJ reached out to the Godfather and said, listen, we got a guy that is by far our number one supporter. You know, we're all looking to chip it together to buy something for him and send him something on our behalf to show our appreciation. The Godfather himself took it upon himself to eat up that cost. You know? Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. And you know what? The Godfather went and sent Black South a digital freaking humidor.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And you guys gotta understand, it's not like your little rinky-dink humidor.
No.
It's crazy, you know? And he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? He could have sent them something small, and we would have been just as equally, you know, appreciative.
Absolutely.
You know? And you know what? I'm telling you right now, I told the Godfather, I told Chris, you know, he's stuck like Chuck with us now. He's family. You know, he's family. I'll be promoting his stuff everywhere I go. You know, I'll be talking about him and his website. My guys at the shop, I'm going to be talking to them to make sure that they grab their stuff from him. But I'm telling you, if you guys have not gone to the Godfather.com shop, I promise you, for any accessory, you lighters, cutters, you know, ashtray, you name it, he has it. You know, and unique quality stuff. You can never be big enough. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. No,
and even when we talk about it, it still chokes me up, you know, because I love seeing, you know, how the brothers and the sisters of the Leaf can be here for each other. You know, you will never know what that did for Black South. And, you know, and that it just, like I said, puts a big lump in my throat, makes me misty at my eyes, and I'll forever be in debt to the Godfather for doing that. Those are well deserved.
On the interview, just a great dude. Just that.
Oh,
I can't get over the little backyard lounge he's got going with it.
Dude, that boy pimping like heck, man, in that back lounge, man. Yo, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey, trust me, when we meet up in here in Georgia, man, the first 5 drinks are on me.
Yeah, I don't want to go to a lounge when I go to Georgia. I want to go to Chris's house.
Yeah, but I'm taking a bottle. I'm taking a bottle with me, man, because guess what? You know, that guy he didn't have to do what he did, and I know he has a stash, but you know, we want to show him our appreciation as much as possible, you know, and you know, we're on his team, he's on our team, he's family now.
He just posted a comment that his daughter said that there's your team members on TV, and that's what we're a team, man, and you know, I get choked up too, JJ. Just that humans helping humans, and not only that, cigar smokers. You know, we got a big community and a little community, and it's a, you know, we all look out for each other. You know, it warms my heart, and I'll support a guy like that till the end comes. You know.
Absolutely.
And to think that we've made it to a spot to where we can actually ask somebody. I mean, it just shows overall growth and just the love of the community, and that's why I'm here. Absolutely. More than the growth, there's just the love of the community, and it's just almost too much.
Yeah, because I mentioned to him, I said, hey, you know, we're not those guys that's going to ask for something, and you know, we're just not that. You know, we would prefer to purchase something over ask for it, and you know, he was like, you know what, no sweat. We're good. We're good.
And listen, I told you, door to door from my door to PC's door is 8.5 hours. I'm telling you, 2025. Don't be surprised. The Panda loud as hell as always. You know me. I come in loud.
Hey, it's only about 6 hours on a plane for me.
Oh, and guys, just for the record, I learned something about my guys. These 3 guys walk really, really slow. Real slow. You know what? I meant to mention that when we went to Tampa, dude. I'm walking I'm having a full conversation by myself. I turn around, they're like 3 blocks behind me. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, man.
Hey, we were taking it all in. You've been there before, so
you know. And with pride, I want to say that I am the Midwest rep for Big Sky Cigars. I got the confirmation email today that you know my inventory has been shipped, the boxes and the sample packs, and you know, and it just goes to show one of them things. If you're willing to trust me enough to do something like that for you, I'm going to work my tail off for you.
Brandon, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're watching, you couldn't have picked a better dude than that dude right down there.
Yes, thank you so much,
and we appreciate you.
Hey, Brandon, yeah, we give you permission to use our JJ.
Because, you know, not only have these gentlemen helped me grow, but, you know, this is also just another journey in my growth. And I honestly couldn't have done it without these 3 guys. And I appreciate and love every one of them.
Yeah.
We love you back, brother.
Absolutely. I love each and every one of you guys. You know, there's no shame in my game.
No.
I got no problem telling you guys I love you guys. You know, as we end this last podcast for the year, you know, I can't wait for 2025 to see what it brings up, you know, for us.
I just got goosebumps. It's the end of a year, but it's the start of another one, man.
Absolutely.
I got goosebumps thinking about it. You know, just what we got coming ahead of us, and
all I gotta say is you better
stay tuned, baby.
You better cinch that belt on tight.
Yes. You know, guys, once again, guys, if you like what you see, you know, show support by subscribing, sharing, hitting that bell, hit that notification bell, hit that all. So when we post something, you guys get notified. We also got the Leaf and Ash podcast members on Facebook. We've grown drastically within 4 or 5 days.
Almost tenfold.
Yes. Guys, we were what, 31? We are what, over 300 or close to 300, something like that. You know,
275 when I last checked.
In our Father, amen.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
And just so you know, on our YouTube subscribers, when we get to 500, we got some beautiful stuff to give away. So
Oh, we do. Oh
Just
my
be
God.
here so you can be on that wheel of names. You know, you
Yes.
never know.
Yes. And listen, and once again, guys, if you guys want to join us in our sip and smoke, shoot us an email, shoot us a text, a message, whatever message any was, and we'll be more than happy to chop it up with you guys.
Dude,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Oh,
Like,
and for the record,
I know where
that
this is going.
challenge is still up there. That
Oh.
Michael Jordan is still the. You hear me? Michael Jordan is still the GOAT over LeBron.
We got two takers, right? We got two.
We
so
got
far?
two takers, and so I'm telling you right now, the posts are coming up. They've accepted the Pandas challenge. I am telling you, they better bring their A game because I'm going to shut them down. These damn young bucks need to be educated. Just saying. Just saying,
Shut 'em
guys.
down.
Just saying.
Shut 'em down. Shut
You know,
'em
it's
down.
saying.
Shut 'em down.
just
So,
said our
guys,
YouTube is at
yes.
326.
There you
Hey,
go.
Panda.
Yo,
Hey, Panda.
yes, sir.
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready. They ain't ready. So,
That's something
guys,
we didn't even talk about today. That whole our intro not YouTube TikTok thing. YouTube,
Agreed.
you know, when we did it, that was one of the most fun things I ever made. Was that they ain't ready they ain't ready video. That
And you know
was-
what?
that
They're
was beautiful.
still not ready. They can't
No.
possibly be ready. They're not.
They're not. And guys, listen, we appreciate each and every one of you guys that follow us. We want to thank you guys. We want to wish you guys a happy new year. For the
Absolutely.
Leaf and Ash podcast, guys, we want to tell you we love you. We appreciate your support. Like, once again, guys, keep sharing. Let us grow as a whole, as a community. We
Yes,
love
sir.
you guys. And as always, you know my favorite saying at the end. Peace.
Peace.
Love you guys.